want this all cleaned up. It would look a lot nicer if all these rocks were in that dump. What is that? Is that something that hasn't been mined? It's something that's set to marker. Oh. Thank you for the follow on Twitter. My phone told me that, Arcor. Thank you very much. And the retweet too, I think I see. Yeah. Awesome stuff. But yeah, we definitely need to mine that out. There we go. All right, that's set properly now. DBD. Bam, bam, bam. All right, these last few rooms. There's more than just a few more rooms. Okay, it doesn't. I can also hide rocks if I don't want to generate hauling jobs in the future. Okay. I think I'll keep actually like taking care of them because, you know, that's more real. And yeah, thanks so much, Arcor, for all the support that you've given. I think this floor is simple to just do that. Yep. Bam. Let's not dump the turkeys accidentally. I don't know if that's a thing that can happen, but I don't want to do it if it is. I want those turkeys. They're useful. Okay. All right. Then we need all this rock to get dumped. We're almost going to be done with this part of things. And, oh, one right there. And there we go. That is the main living area taken care of as far as dumping orders. So, have I been streaming in general since a long time? I have been streaming on and off for like 2 years, but more off than on. I'm finally actually going to commit to a schedule is the big thing. Like I would start having a schedule and I would do some stuff and like I would go for like a month and then I'd take a break and then I would like come back a little while later but then not stick to my original schedule. This time I'm actually really committing. I have made my next schedule of classes for spring very workable around streaming. I've got a lot of stuff I actually want to stream. One of the other things that would always happen is like I'd play a game for a little while, I'd be like okay streaming it at first and then I'd get tired of it, but then I wouldn't know whether to like keep streaming the game even though I was tired of it or just switch games entirely. I don't see myself getting tired of Dwarf Fortress for a while. This game's really cool. And I have a number of other games. You can scroll down and see that I'm planning to stream in some of the other time slots as well. So hopefully this time will be the time where I keep it going for long enough, you know. That's not XBD. Streaming regularly is the way. Losing all my followers is exactly what happened. You are exactly right. I built up, you know, a number and then all of them disappeared because I didn't stream for a while. And you know, that's fair. I can't blame them. Alright, let's just get all this cleaned up since I'm already doing it. I know I said I was done and then I immediately went back on that, but you know, it's here and it's easy, so I'm doing it. Okay, so we've got an extra wood stockpile set up. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. As long as I play things I like to play, that'll be good. Oh, we've got these extra coffers. Let's also finally go Z stone, and let's set, what, marble to be, if I go... How do I restrict a stone? Set. So now that it's set like that, that it's restricted for use by the listed tasks. Yeah, so marble is only going to be used by these two things. Perfect. Oh, I've been invited to play Rainbow Six Siege. I think he just invited a bunch of random people, though. Axe Lords. Oh, man. Exciting. I'm probably going to make my one guy become an Axe Lord with that legendary axe. Oh, that thing's so cool. Or not legendary, artifact. The Satsim Nikot Vuthil. I should actually remember that name because that's just really cool. The 160,000 money axe. So finally, after all that distraction of cleaning up, thanks Dawn, let's go through and actually set up the rest of our training schedules. So far we have these training schedules for our main stuff, and then we've got an inactive schedule, and we're considering setting these guys to defend some burrows, but I think I'm going to save that for another time. I'll just order them myself when it comes time for that. Then I want them to patrol, and I want them to have like times when they are stationed to watch things instead of training. So like this would be kind of things where I just want them stationed when I set them to active duty, and I want them training when I set them to train. I might even also make it so that when they're on training, they're stationed half the time. So the question is, how do I make these like points of interest? Points, roots, notes, N. Let's make a point right here. P. Point 0, 0, 0. Let's name it. Overlook. Just to have something. Yeah, that seemed like it did what I wanted it to do. Oops. Okay, so we have a point there, and that'll be where the arches go. Actually, I didn't center it, so I'm gonna immediately remove it. D to delete this note. And let's change the color scheme on this. This will be blue with a red exclamation point. Yeah, nice. Let's go P to place, and let's again name it Overlook. And let's say that if my marksmen are not training, then they're watching the Overlook. That seems reasonable enough. So if we go back to M and to S, and we go here in train, if we give an order, is the only order to defend the burrows? Copy order, paste order, view alerts, order list. Move selector. Swap squads and months. What's that do? Oh. Huh. Cool. Military. Indeed. I'm trying to make it so that my military is not a total mess when I get attacked. Because I am going to get attacked finally. It's never happened to me, so a huge attack has to be coming one of these days. Like in all my Dwarf Fortress playing, I've lost by, my own idiocy. I can change the order. Oh, that makes sense. O, and then O changes which. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just didn't hit O. Pfft, silly me. Alright, station. We want them stationed at Overlook. Bam. Alright, that's exactly... Well, actually, wait. Did I have the right things? I almost put it on the wrong squad. So, here we go. O, give order. Station on Overlook. We don't need a 10 minimum. We just need a 4 minimum because they only mostly have 4. We'll go Shift-Enter. We will copy this, and we'll paste it in every place where they're not scheduled to do anything else. So they will either be training or they will be watching. Now, can military dwarves... actually, now that I think about it, I don't want a 4 minimum. I think I want a 2 minimum so that it doesn't bind all of my squad to this. Because I think, if I understand correctly, it will totally keep them there, like, instead of, like, eating and stuff. I want to make sure my dwarves can still go eat when they're hungry and drink when they're thirsty, while they're also told to be stationed. So I think what this will do is make it so I have 2 marks dwarves up at the top at all times, 2 or 3 free ones, depending on which squad it is, and then the other marks dwarves will all be training. Now here we have pairs training all the way down, working on Axe Dwarf ship. And what I'm actually going to do right now is I'm actually going to go in, I'm going to remove this Spear Dwarf from here so they don't he doesn't start teaching these guys to be spear dwarves, and these guys don't teach him to be an axe dwarf, because that's just not useful for any of them. And he's just going to become his own squad right now, and we might train up some spear dwarfs as well. I might actually go ahead and immediately put in some civvies into all those squads just to fill it out so I have enough of a military. So now we're going to go N, new militia captain. Oh, what was his name? I've already forgotten his name. I just looked at him and he's already out of my head. Spear dwarf. I have a, oh yeah, see, look at this. They train together and now Adil is slightly a spear dwarf, and that's just, there's no need for that. It's not useful to any of them. So Led Kebon Larbam is going to be our 4th militia captain. Okay. Alright, now let's go into M, make a final squad, once again with metal armor actually. And he's the only one for now. But we are going to go ahead and go into scheduling. And he's going to be, oops. How do I see the 4th? Do I have to go plus and minus? Yeah, I do. Okay, plus and minus. I figured it out. I figured it out. The champions of gravel will also train on a 1 on 2 off, or 1 off 2 on schedule, but we're going to do it a different setup just to make sure that we always have someone available. Okay, now let's pick up, is there any way to see who would be best at learning military skills? Because that would be a useful thing to get right now, to see who we should try to teach to be a spear dwarf and who we should try to teach to be an axe dwarf. Because we do want more of both of those right now, and putting them in with the training might be best. Let's just see who's the best student. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't change this to have a minimum of 2. Yeah, we need to go... let's actually just straight copy this, paste it here, paste, 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 paste. Okay, done. Nice. Now, let's go back to Dwarf Therapist and see who our good students are and what skills they have. So this is a Bark Dwarf, so we don't want to take him. This guy is dabbling in a bunch of stuff, so Vukar. Vukar Letethtima will be our first new spear dwarf, actually, I've decided. And then Tholtig, what else is Tholtig? Oh, he's our broker. I don't know if it's the best idea to have our broker in our military, so we're not going to do that just yet. It'll be Solon, who'll be our next one. So Solon and Vukar. Solon and Vukar are both going to join the spear dwarves. Q Solon, bam, and Vukar. Oh, there's 2 Vukars. Let's see which one it is. It's Vukar Lertethdumat. Yes, so it's this one right here. Okay, so they're going to learn to use spears. Now we're going to need to make sure they have enough spears. We're going to need to make sure they have enough armor and things like that. So now how are we doing? Oh, also, who did I make my militia commander again? I forget. It's Bim Naxalath, right? And all he can do is wrestle. So he's actually going to be a militia commander, or like, I don't know if this is a bad idea or not, but he is our militia commander because he's the best teaching out of everyone. If you look here, he has like really great teaching, better than anyone else with military skill. So he's up there, even though he can only, he has only basic military stuff, but at the very least he could teach things if needed to be. I figured that was like an okay way to do it. And now that I think about it, it might not have been my greatest idea, but it's something. I'll give him a special room to sleep in soon. Now, again, looking at students. So let's see who might be good to add to our Axe Dwarf setup. So this one might, Katten, because she actually has, some dabbling there. Actually, wait. This siege operator, Cyril. Cyril is going to be our next axe dwarf.